Hey all, I wanted to share some thoughts on the recent posts about me on social media. I understand why people are angry and disappointed after learning embarrassing details of intimate, private conversations and relationships I've had with consenting adults over the past decade. But I want to emphasize that none of this is illegal. The individuals leading the campaign against me have repeatedly acknowledged this, and I'm hurt by any suggestion that I've done things that have crossed into illegality. At the same time, I realize I've made an incredible mess. People are genuinely hurt, and I need to make changes. My entire texting and dating history is now seemingly fair game, so I'll be transparent. Despite common assumptions about famous musicians, I don't really go out, I don't do drugs, and I don't even really drink. But yes, as a straight man, I've been flirty with adult women of all different ages, in person, online, and over text. Occasionally, that flirting leads to consensual, intimate encounters or relationships that I thought were private. And like anyone who has ever dated, been in a relationship, or just sent dumb flirty texts, and yes, sometimes sexts, I've done and said incredibly stupid, insensitive, and embarrassing things that I'm mortified by when looking back. While there's a lot about fame that's great, perhaps the biggest downside is losing your private life. This lack of a private life creates a split reality. On one hand, you're constantly surrounded by people who want you to be the person they've imagined when they listen to your music. On the other, there's a loneliness and isolation that comes from always having to be on. Those moments when the isolation and loneliness hit hard is a dark place, and I often tried to fill that emptiness by finding connection. I now realize there are people who are deeply hurt by my carelessness with their emotions. But when you make mistakes, as all of us do, the experience of having them aired in public and taken out of context has been jarring. It's also been an overdue wake-up call. In the past few days, social media has made public a decade plus of private conversations with a number of women, all of adult age. I don't fault these individuals for having hard feelings, and I don't want anyone defending me. I was breathtakingly dumb texting and flirting in the manner I have over many years. I should have been more sensitive that not everyone might look at our interactions the way I often did. From the bottom of my heart, I want to sincerely apologise to those I've hurt. This is not only an apology to the women who have spoken up, but those who haven't and felt hurt by my words or behaviour. I also need to apologise to my family and fans who I've gravely disappointed. At the same time, however you feel about my behaviour, some of the social posts have also gotten out of hand, including some fabricated accounts and some gross misrepresentations and hurtful language.
In particular, inappropriate comments have been made around interactions with my youngest fans. For example, likes and thank yous on tagged fan posts/DMs are being taken out of context in the worst possible light. In other instances, there have been fabrications shared as fact. Finally, while I'm open to any criticism of me, threats to conduct exposés on my family who have nothing to do with my poor decision-making are over the line. Be angry with me, but please leave my family out of this. I need to make a lot of changes, some personal and some professional. Specifically, I am enrolling myself into intense therapy to make better choices and dramatically shift my approach to dating, relationships, and showing greater care to the women in my life. Changes will also include a whole new set of rules, so there's never confusion or questions about my intent when I'm engaging with fans or responding to messages in the future. I know it's too much to ask for grace and forgiveness at this moment, but in time, I hope to re-earn the trust of those I've hurt, and do better by those I've disappointed. I'm going to look after myself for a little bit, while I get my head and life in order. With sincere love and regret, Dean.